day 93. I went to the barber at the salon today, and I said, "Do you have a hairdo called Explosion?" So they said, "Yeah." So they put this together. Um, Most of that on the top is extensions. I had a total crew cut until I went to the salon today and had them extend my hair into a giant poof. This extension is called Rooster, so I'm really excited about it. I've been meditating now for 93 days. Today's I did really late, so I was half falling asleep during it, but I did it. And boy, do I like doing it better in the morning than at night, because I'm just there more. That just made me more tired too. But boy, did these meditations add up, and you start out so much more advanced and so much more ready to go each one you do. And the amount of change that has happened inside me in the last 93 days has been so big that I can't see it. I can, but I just feel life being really amazing and really easy now. And when people say it's easy for you, it's really because of this. It's not like things don't happen to me. It's not like there's not problems. It's not like there aren't challenges. But when you do this, you learn that your connection is to yourself and that almost all of your pain is inside you. Almost everything that sucks, everything that's annoying is inside you. That's a really weird revelation, that almost all pain is your lack of connection to yourself or your judgment of what is. And really, all meditation is a practice of the removal of judgment. That's what it is. The removal of judgment, meaning your judgment of your thoughts. Like so many people, when they start meditating, their thoughts come up and they go, it's not working. I'm doing this wrong. That's all judgment. And no matter what you do, you'll just be like, oh, it's not working. Or I'm not good at this. I'm not a good meditator. It's just not me. Whatever. And you suddenly judge yourself. You judge how you're doing. You judge what you should be doing. You judge other people. And really what meditation is the removal of judgment. And this is so important because when you remove judgment from your life, or at least a little bit more and more every day, what happens is your portal, your space gets bigger, where you just are so much more here now. And when emotions come up, they aren't judged. When an emotion is coming up feeling pain and you judge it, you're actually saying this shouldn't be happening. That's what judgment is. It's just saying this shouldn't be happening. It's basically arguing with God or the universe or whatever you want to call it, or just life. It's arguing with life. You can be an atheist and still hear this. It's just arguing with what is. And nothing will make you more stressed than arguing with what is. And there's nothing more insane than it, and it's nothing more common. Everyone just judges what is. Most people's pain is just saying that this person, whatever bothers them, this person said this about me. No, the problem is your judgment that they shouldn't have. You've decided that they shouldn't have done it. This is my past. No, that's not the problem. Your problem is you're judging that this is your past and you're at war with it. So all we do is we just judge. We just judge. And when you meditate, you start practicing undoing judgment by having judgment show up and still staying with it and then watching it fall away. So you'll judge, I'm not doing this right, this is stupid, and you'll notice that voice is now separate from you, and then you let it go. And you go, wow, that worked, I'm doing great. That's a judgment. Even positive things are a judgment. So you're going, I'm doing great, because you're implying to yourself that if you didn't do that exact thing, that you would be doing horribly. So this right or wrong mentality is a judgment. This black or white or one way or another, it's all judgment. So, what meditation is the removal of judgment. So, when someone tells me a problem now, I don't go, well, you shouldn't be feeling that way, or you should feel this way instead. Or when I'm making a video, I remove judgment. So, there's much higher level ideas that come through because I'm not at war with myself. I'm not at war. And that's what we're doing. We're all at war with ourselves and we're all judging all the time. So every day for 2 hours, I identify a little more judgment that's deeper rooted in me and then let it go. And that judgment is basically saying that life should be how it was when I was a little kid. Because, you have a blueprint of how life works based on what you ended up having to do to get through your childhood. So you start to think that's how the world works, right? So if you form a connection with your mom as a kid and think a certain food is good or whatever, then you think that everyone thinks that, and if anyone doesn't, they're stupid, and you judge it. And you go way deeper, some people, there's kids that learn from their dad that hunting is a way to bond and a way to connect and a way to love, so they see life that way and just think it's totally fine to be a hunter. And then there's other people that learn to, love all of life in a different way. And both sides have judgment for each other because they end up developing a blueprint and then thinking this is how life works. And then anything that's not within that life, they judge it. The more that you meditate, the longer you do it, the more all of those old patterns show up. You can identify them, you don't judge them, and then they leave. If you judge them, if you have a judgment pattern and you judge that, you're judging it with the same part of you that is in this. So when you realize, oh, I'm judging there and I shouldn't be judging, actually that's the same voice that's right here. So it can't let go of itself because it's judging it and it's in an argument with itself. So one of the biggest things we're here to learn to do through practice and patience and being is to remove judgment. Now, judgment in some places is really good. You can move towards what you want. You can judge things and go, I want this in my life and not this. But that's a different judgment where your soul talks and your mind says what it doesn't. So your soul is saying, I want that. I want to move towards that. And it's just based on a really good feeling. Most of us move from avoiding the worst feeling. That's really interesting, right? Which means that that's what they're judging the most. So often, for instance, to give you a great example, if you really miss an ex and you're in a massive amount of pain because you miss your ex, okay, you're feeling pain right there. And if you're in a lot of pain, it might not be your highest calling to be with the person, but sometimes we let the pain of losing them make us go back to them. It's not that we want to be with them, it's that we don't want to lose them. There's a big difference. And a lot of people move from, I don't want to lose this. So you're judging what is, and you're saying this thing that is happening shouldn't be happening, like I'm letting go of this person or whatever. So that's a judgment versus just letting yourself feel the pain and getting to a place where you're moving towards what you want, not avoiding what you don't want. Because you're going to have to lose things in life, but your resistance to it, your judgment that you shouldn't be losing those things is what keeps you keeping those heavy things back in your life. So as you remove the judgment in your life, you clear out the stuff and you can make moves from what you want, not judgment of what you don't want. So that's the difference. I don't know if that made sense, but if you really want something in your life, want, not miss. There's a difference. Want because it's the next step towards your growth. Want because it's a higher thing. Want, the other one is miss, and sometimes we miss people that were horrible to us. So really, our mind is making the decision, not our heart. And we think it's our heart, but pain and fear should not be running our decisions, or I shouldn't say shouldn't, that's a judgment, doesn't have to run our decisions. So when pain and fear is running your decision, like I'm scared I won't make any money, I'm scared I'm going to lose this person, I'm scared there won't be anyone else for me, okay, that's fear keeping you the same because you're scared of loss. But when you remove judgment, you finally make room in your body for excitement. So when you hit excitement, go calling, this is my next step, this is my calling. So we can move from something towards what we do want. But when we're in judgment, we don't even know about what we do want. When we're in judgment, we don't even know that there's a calling beyond that, because we're so busy judging all the pain that we're feeling and then reacting to it. So this is about not reacting, but moving towards what you do want. And that happens with the slow process of the dissolving of judgment. And that's what the meditation is, the removal of judgment, the gentle calling out of judgment in order for it to leave. And then you can finally see what's under it, your power, your access, your excitement, your heart. So day 93, the removal of judgment.